When a family built on faith, unity, and love begins to fracture, the echoes of that breakdown can be heard far beyond their own walls. For years, the world watched Sister Wives as a story of unconventional togetherness. But behind the smiles, the shared meals, and the carefully balanced emotions, something darker was brewing, a silent war of loyalty, pride, and pain. This is the story of how Kody and Robyn Brown's decisions, especially involving money and family responsibilities, led to one of the most public and emotional separations in Sister Wives history, and how Christine Brown's courage to walk away changed everything. Once upon a time, Kody Brown was a man with a dream of unity through plural marriage. He spoke often about spiritual calling, leadership, and building a large, loving family under one faith. But behind that vision, cracks had always existed. Each wife, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and later Robyn, brought her own struggles, hopes, and disappointments. When Robyn entered the picture, things began to shift. She wasn't just another wife. She became the emotional center of Kody's attention. What began as affection soon turned into imbalance, one that many fans noticed right away. Christine, who had always been cheerful, loyal, and strong-willed, felt something change. The family she helped build, the life she had given so much to, started to feel distant. As years passed, tension grew quietly, then visibly. The COVID-19 pandemic was a breaking point. Kody's strict rules about distancing and his almost constant presence with Robyn left the other wives feeling abandoned. Christine, especially, began to question her place. She had raised children, built a home, and given her best years to this marriage. But as she watched Kody invest all his time, energy, and affection into one household, something inside her began to crack. It wasn't just emotional distance, it was practical, financial, and spiritual separation. Money in a plural family is complicated. Over time, fans started to notice inconsistencies, discussions about property ownership, shared debts, and child responsibilities that didn't add up. When Christine decided to leave, the situation became even more delicate. Questions arose about financial support, especially with younger children still needing care. Robyn and Kody seemed to focus on protecting their own household, their new house, their lifestyle, while Christine was stepping into independence. The tension between family and finances became one of the most debated subjects among fans. Many wondered, was the system fair, or had it always been tilted toward one side? Christine's move to Utah was more than just physical, it was symbolic. She was taking her independence, emotionally and financially. Christine's final decision didn't happen overnight. It was a collection of moments, silent dinners, ignored messages, and the feeling of invisibility. In one emotional scene, she said, "I don't want to be in a marriage where I feel unwanted." Those words echoed across the fandom because they weren't just about marriage, they were about dignity. She wanted partnership, not pity, respect, not regulation. And for that, she chose to walk away. When she did, many fans called her brave. Some called her the first one to finally take control of her own happiness. Robyn often described herself as misunderstood, saying she never wanted the family to fall apart. but fans saw things differently. Her emotional influence over Kody, her position as the legal wife, and the financial security that came with it created an image of privilege. While she cried on camera, viewers questioned her sincerity. Was she mourning the loss of family unity or the loss of control? Online discussions exploded. Reddit threads, YouTube reactions, TikTok edits, all dissecting every look, every word, every tear. The audience wasn't just watching a show anymore. They were watching the unraveling of an empire built on faith and television fame. As Christine moved forward, new topics emerged: child support, property division, and emotional closure. Though no one outside their circle truly knows every financial detail, public opinion turned heavily toward Christine. Viewers felt she had carried more than her share for years, raising children, managing emotional labor, and supporting a system that didn't support her back. When Kody and Robyn focused on protecting their own family finances, fans saw it as unfair. Many believed Christine deserved not only respect, but also real compensation for her years of contribution. This became one of the most talked about issues in Sister Wives history, a moral question. What does one owe to a wife who gave everything for a plural dream that only benefited one man? Christine didn't just leave, she rebuilt. Her new home in Utah wasn't just a house, it was peace. She began smiling again, appearing confident, happy, free. Fans celebrated her new life. Her engagement to David Woolley became a symbol of hope. Her laughter in interviews contrasted sharply with Kody's bitterness on screen. While Kody and Robyn spoke of betrayal, Christine spoke of healing. The difference in tone said everything. Kody's public image suffered dramatically. What once looked like leadership now appeared as stubbornness. His focus on control and authority made him seem out of touch. In later episodes, his anger, frustration, and defensiveness painted a portrait of a man losing everything: his wives, his influence, and even his children's trust. He blamed others, but the audience saw a pattern: years of favoritism and pride catching up. Once united under one roof, the Browns became a symbol of division. Marie stayed distant. Janelle found strength in independence. Christine rebuilt her world. And Robyn, though still by Kody's side, seemed increasingly isolated. What was once a grand experiment in love had become a study in emotional survival. The dream of plural harmony was gone. All that remained was a lesson that equality cannot survive where pride rules, and love cannot grow where control overshadows care. Public response has been relentless. Thousands of fans expressed support for Christine, viewing her as the voice of every woman who dared to leave a one-sided relationship. Comments flood every episode. Christine finally did what we all hoped for. Robyn played the game, but Christine won the freedom. Kody can't see what he lost until it's gone. The audience has become part of the story, not just viewers, but witnesses to a transformation. When we step back, beyond the TV drama and emotional tension, the story of Kody, Robyn, and Christine becomes universal. It's about power, love, and the courage to reclaim yourself. Christine's exit reminds us that even in complex families, personal peace matters most. Kody's fall shows that control cannot replace connection, and Robyn's tears reveal the burden of being favored when the cost is everyone else's resentment. This story isn't just about reality TV. It's about real people facing the consequences of choices love given and love lost. Today, Christine Brown stands as more than just a former wife. She's a symbol of empowerment. Her journey inspired countless viewers to choose happiness over obligation, to speak truth over silence. Her laughter, once hidden, now fills every interview. Her new marriage shows that it's never too late to find joy again. In contrast, Kody and Robyn continue to face public scrutiny not because of hate, but because their actions became cautionary tales. As the credits roll on this long-running saga, one thing becomes clear: this isn't just the end of Sister Wives as we knew it. It's the rebirth of individuality, the rediscovery of self-worth, and the quiet victory of truth over illusion. The world watched Christine walk away, but what they really saw was freedom taking its first breath. Sometimes, love isn't about staying. Sometimes, love is knowing when to leave. Christine Brown's story isn't one of failure. It's one of courage, healing, and self-respect. As viewers, we're reminded that no matter how big the house, how strong the promises, or how long the marriage, happiness only survives when it's shared. And in the end, the one who walks away might not be the one who loses, but the one who finally wins.